Hello and welcome back to another video of RBR, and as I stated in the previous video, we're going to continue with this Czech rally here. We just started and this is the second stage, and as you can see, the stage record is quite a bit faster than my personal best time, which is not to wonder as I'm mostly driving this beautiful car here. So I'm not really here to compete with the big guys or higher categories, even though sometimes I actually manage to get better times than cars in higher categories, and some of them obviously crashes out. So yeah, we have the opportunity to have a good finish overall, but the main goal is just be competitive in my own category, which is the Group A, where everyone uses this car or the Trabant, or I think Skoda Favorit is the other one in that category. I'm not entirely sure. The Trabant is sure because I use that a lot as well, but it somehow feels a lot different. I feel like this car is actually more stable, and here we are talking about old cars that probably don't mean anything to anyone outside of Eastern Europe, or maybe Germany, because both of these cars were German, and the Skoda is of course Czech. So basically anyone who would be racing those would be racing on home ground, at least for the brand. And here we are going through the forest, trying not to cut those hairpins, or at least not too much, because there's a ditch on the inside, as you can see, and it's not a nice feeling to get caught in any of those, especially because they are also quite deep, so they do a lot of damage to your car as well. You might damage the cooling or the radiator, or lose the front bumper, or all of that at once. So yeah, not a wise thing to cut those corners with the ditches, unless you're pretty familiar with them. And here we go through this long straight where you can see the names of the supporters who helped whoever built this track. And we reach the village, going uphill. It's gonna be a little bit twisty here and there, but at this speed that this car is capable of, it's pretty much high gear area. And that's about a bit more than halfway in the track, I think, and we're still doing pretty good for ourselves. No real mistakes, no damage to the car, which is the most important, as we have 2 more stages to go before we have a service park and where we can repair the car. So the most important thing is not speed but more accuracy, to make sure that we get as little damage as possible, or preferably none at all, but knowing myself, that's not really going to happen. So we're just trying to go as safely as possible through all these stages until we go to the service park and repair everything. And for now there is nothing to repair, which is pretty good. And we're getting close to the final section of this stage. I'm still the second runner, and at this point I was 20 something seconds behind the leader, which again, no big deal, and that's a big mistake there. I actually slid into the ditch with the front tire and ended up almost getting thrown off the track, or at least into the tree on the other side of the track. where basically the ditch actually held me back from hitting the tree, and I could actually climb out pretty quickly, which was good as we didn't lose a lot of time. So as I said, I'm about 24 seconds behind the leader at this point, who's racing a different category, so that also means a lot faster car and probably a lot better than myself. And there we are, that's the end of the stage. So this was the second stage of this Czech rally. We'll be back shortly with the third and the fourth one that will conclude the first leg. Goodbye.